Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I thought I would do something a little bit different that I haven't done before, and that is de-influencing you. So I've seen this trend going around on YouTube recently and TikTok, and I absolutely love this idea. It's basically just calling out all of these viral products that are constantly being promoted to us and de-influencing you into not buying into the hype and basically just saving your money and not buying them. As someone who is somewhat of a casual minimalist and someone who loves to save money, as I'm sure we all do, I absolutely love this trend and I hope that it continues. So in this de-influencing video today, I'm going to be going over mostly skincare, beauty, and makeup products that I think are super overrated that you should save your money on. And they're mostly things that are trending in the coquette fashion aesthetic community. However, if you're just into these things in general, then you might find this video interesting as well. A lot of these products I have full-length reviews on my channel already, but in this video I'm basically just gonna go rapid fire listing them off and telling you why you shouldn't buy them and why I either returned them or regretted buying them. So if any of these products have been on your wish list for a while, I'm about to de-influence you into buying them and saving you tons of money by learning from my mistakes. So without further ado, let's get into it. Let's start off with Dior. So the first product I think is super overrated that you should save your money on is the Dior lip oil. Long story short, it's been a couple of years of having this and I honestly find it's nothing special, especially for the price in which it just keeps getting higher and higher. Wouldn't be surprised if it's literally like $50 now, or maybe probably even over $50. But at the time that I bought it, it was about $45 Canadian, and it's literally just a glorified clear lip gloss, and it's no different than any other smooth clear lip gloss. I honestly think it's only expensive because of the hype and because it's Dior, but honestly I rarely use it, and even when I do, I really don't find it to be anything spectacular. I still prefer other lip glosses and lip balms and lip oils compared to this one. On the topic of Dior, I also think that the Dior Forever Glow Maximizer highlighter is super overrated. I just find that it applies way too much product and also it lifts. I find that's a problem I have in general when it comes to liquid makeup, such as liquid highlighters. I go over it in more detail in my full review on this, but long story short, it lifts as you try to blend it out with your finger or a brush. It applies way too much because of the applicator. It's really bulky and delicate, and it's not great for travel, and just, yeah, I honestly kind of hate this product. And another Dior dud is the Dior Rosy Glow Blush in the shade 001 Pink. I've also tried this in the orangey coral shade, and I feel the same way. It's obviously beautiful packaging. However, when you open it up and you use the actual blush, I just feel like the color payoff is really barely anything, especially for the price. There's just so many better blushes out there than this. And as much as the packaging looks pretty, when you feel it in your hands, it's very cheap and plastic. And honestly, this might be a hot take, but I wouldn't be surprised if this costed them like nothing to produce, because yeah, it's just very cheap. It doesn't feel very luxurious at all. And I don't know, I just find that I'm like pushing as hard as I can on this, and it still just doesn't really have much color payoff. Like, yeah, it's just really cheap feeling, and I do regret not returning this. Obviously, it's been so long that it's too late, but I would not recommend this. It's super overrated in my opinion. Now that I'm done ripping on Dior, the next brand that I think is super duper overrated, especially in the coquette community, is Gisou or however the heck you say it. Once again, I have full-length reviews on these products on my channel, but I'm just going to be going through them really quickly. So first off, we have the Gisou Honey Infused Hair Wash. This is the shampoo. I tried the trial size, and thank goodness I did, because honestly, I'm just going to say it quite frankly, this stuff freaking sucks. It felt gritty and awful, and I had to just pour so much onto my head for it to even feel like anything. I felt like it wasn't bubbling and lathering up. It just kind of felt like I was rubbing around like sand or something in my hair, and it doesn't smell that good to me. My hair didn't feel super duper substantially amazing or clean afterward. It was probably the worst shampoo I've ever used. Not even the worst luxury shampoo, just across the board. Like I've used drugstore cheapo $2 stuff that was better than this. This stuff absolutely sucks. No offense to the brand, just please save your money and don't buy this. On the topic of Gisou, I've also tried their honey infused hair mask. Now this one wasn't nearly as bad as the shampoo. This one at least did the job. However, again, I wasn't crazy about the overpowering sweet honey smell. And if you're not a fan of like sweet honey smells, then you can just write off all Gisou products because they pretty much all smell like that. In fact, they reek like that. It's been years and yeah, it still smells like that in the packaging. I don't like the smell. Honestly, the product just felt like a really rich conditioner. It didn't feel like a proper hair mask. Again, it like did the job well enough, but it felt no different than like a cheaper drugstore L'Oreal one that I've used, especially for the price. It's extremely mid and very overrated. And the last Gisou product that I've tried that I actually did end up returning was the Gisou lip oil. It tasted absolutely awful. It smelled terrible. It literally made me nauseous. It felt like someone else's saliva was already in it or something. That's how weird the consistency is. I honestly found it disgusting. And I got mine in like the watermelon one, so I figured it would taste like candy. And I love, love, love watermelon and especially watermelon gummies. So I was like, how hard is it for them to mess that up to make it smell like watermelon? It did kind of smell like watermelon, but when you put it on your lips, it was just a whole different story. Again, it just had this weird honey under smell. Pretty much those are the 3 Gisou products I've tried and I've disliked every single one of them. So I hate to sound like such a hater because hey, I kept trying, right? I wanted to like this brand so much because it's so coquette, the packaging is so cute, it's so aesthetic, but honestly, in my personal opinion, save your money. I don't like their products. Another product that I found super overrated is the Glossier Milky Jelly Cleanser. Now I used this a million years ago. I actually just kept the packaging because it's super, super cute. But I found that this stuff wasn't terrible, but it kind of just felt like it didn't really lather up that much and it just felt like it didn't really do anything. It wasn't amazing in any way. Again, there's nothing like aggressively wrong with it. It's just that compared to like cheaper drugstore products, it pretty much does the same thing. So it's not really worth it in my opinion. However, I don't have the same hatred towards Glossier that I did for Gisou because there are a lot of Glossier products I actually do really like, which I've done reviews on my channel, such as the serum, etc. So I haven't sworn off Glossier, I just don't really like the Milky Jelly Cleanser personally. Another brand that's super overrated, not only in the coquette aesthetic community, but just in the beauty space in general. I feel like no matter what kind of girl you are, like coquette girl, vanilla girl, or just a girl in general, everyone seems to be always just hyping up the Whey products. And again, for the price, I find they are just slightly above mid, if not just mid. So I've tried the Whey detox shampoo in the trial size. I highly recommend trying things in the trial size, you guys, because if you don't like it, then at least you don't have that much. Of course, you can always just return, but that can also be wasteful too, because I feel like when you return things to Sephora, they just throw them in a landfill or whatever. So I always recommend just getting the travel size versions if they're available, because if you hate it, then at least it's over soon, and then you get to keep the cute little packaging as well. Another Whey product that I've tried is their hand soap. Now, the soap itself for this is actually amazing. I actually really, really like not only the smell, but the consistency. However, for the price, I find the packaging absolutely terrible and probably the worst soap dispenser I've ever bought. And again, I've bought super cheap ones from like the dollar store that function even better. What I mean by that is this pumping mechanism. Whenever you have to unscrew this to refill the product, because of course obviously most people buy this for the cute packaging so that they can reuse the soap dispenser. Yeah, I find it's impossible to get the thing to work, and it takes me like a half an hour, and a lot of people reviewed this online as well. In the reviews I've seen on Sephora for this item, everyone agrees that the pump is just absolutely terrible and the packaging is just awful. So yeah, the product itself I would say is actually fine, but the packaging is utterly horrendous, and I really hope that they can fix that, because because then I would happily give this a great review since the soap itself is just fine. Another product that I personally found super overrated is the Fresh Rose Deep Hydration Face Cream Moisturizer. So I used this stuff a couple years ago and I found that it felt really beautiful when it was going onto my skin and it smells really lovely and everything like that. But then I found that I started breaking out like crazy. So I stopped using it for a while. Then I kind of forgot about it and rediscovered it again a couple months later. And once again, when I used it, I only used it on like, I think it was just my under eyes and my nose just to test. And sure enough, the next day it broke me out in my under eyes and my nose. Like I literally got a zit in both of those places immediately. So this could be more of a personal thing, like maybe my specific skin type or something about me personally is just like allergic to this product. But yeah, I feel like so many people talk about how great this product is and it totally breaks me out. I also let my boyfriend try it because he has drier skin than me and it broke him out as well. So this stuff is just super duper heavy, really oily, and I am a combo skin type, and yeah, it just broke me out like crazy. So I personally hate this stuff. And the final product in the beauty slash coquette girly space that I think is a little overrated is these little head massager shampoo things. Like you're supposed to kind of just hold it like this and it's supposed to like, you know, disperse the shampoo all over your head. I honestly find that it just tangles up my hair more than anything else, and I'd rather just use my God-given fingers to just, you know, lather the product myself. It just, you get in the nooks and crannies so much better when you just use your own fingers that are free. Alright, so that is it for this video, you guys. I truly hope that you enjoyed it and I helped to de-influence you and save you a little bit of money on skipping out and choosing to not buy into the hype of these overrated products. If you guys liked this video, then maybe this will be a part 1 and then I'll make more in the future. So let me know in the comments down below, guys. And if this video was helpful in de-influencing you, then my job here is done. Please give this video a like if that was the case. And also please consider subscribing to my channel, as it would truly, truly mean the absolute world to me. So thank you all so very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye! Love you guys.